Hello YouTube friends and welcome to my channel. So in this video I will show you an unboxing and first look of a really old knife that I had the chance to purchase, and it will be the Benchmade Stryker. This is the manual version. The model number is 912BK-D2 Nitro Stryker on the box. So I'm not sure if the knife in question is correct. Just to keep it right there, I did a little bit of research. As far as I could tell, the Nitro Stryker description is more leaning towards the assisted version of the knife, but this is the box it came in almost mint condition in my opinion here. So this was the knife of the year of 1998, and if you know a little bit about the tactical knife craziness back in those days, Benchmade got a home run with the 970 Spec War. This is the production model of the CQC7, which will later be produced by Emerson Knives, and this was produced from 1994 to 1998. So probably when the contract ended up, or Emerson parted ways with Benchmade, they looked around and wanted to have a substitution or something that would replace the venerable 970, and they went with the design from Elishewitz. By then he was so well known for his tactical design, so this is probably how the collaboration came into the being. And this was produced from 1998 to 1999, and then branching off to couple of different versions, and automatic ones, and so on. So let me give you the specification really quickly. We have a over length of 21 centimeters, that is 8.2 inches. That is 1 centimeter bigger or longer than the CQC7 970 Benchmade model. The blade length is 9.1 centimeter or 3.6 inches. Again, compared with the 8.3, a little bit longer. The blade width is 2.9 centimeters or 1.13 inches, almost the same as the CQC7. The thickness is 3 millimeters, half millimeter thicker than the CQC7 or 970 here, and that is 0.11 inches. Hand length is 12 centimeters or 4.6 inches. And the thickness is 1.2 centimeters, 0.5 inches. This is also made out of ATS-34, or the original batch was. If this was a later iteration or rerun, may have other steel, but it is not marked on the blade nowhere. You can find it. This is the configuration with the partial serrations. There are also a plain version. This has that distinctive Elishewitz Tanto design, as far as comparison goes with the traditional American Tanto, which was popular by Emerson and Cold Steel, just to show you the difference. Sometimes it's also called drop point Tanto, and it has the Benchmade black oxide finish that was back in those days really popular. Opening method is via this sloped or angled thumb disc, very similar to the 970 Spec War. The handles are made out of that era smooth but textured G10. and the liners are 6AL4V titanium with full construction, so no weight reduction whatsoever. We have a partial backspacer, probably made out of G10 or Zytel, I don't know. Could be Zytel to save up on the production cost. We have a titanium liner lock, and the pivot assembly, it rides on nylon washers, so they kept it really similar, if not the same construction wise as the 970 Spec War. As far as the pocket clip goes, we have once again the traditional Benchmade 3 screw pocket clip made of stainless steel and with a nice medium tension, generous linear hole. The weight is 110 grams or 3.9 ounces, so nicely lightweight in my opinion. Overall, like I mentioned, this was a really popular design. From this one, they then later came different iterations. One of the most popular ones probably was the automatic one with the aluminum scales, and was produced in abundance. So if I'm not mistaken, these are discontinued. The line is discontinued, but you can readily get them on lots of different websites and forums, so on, because they were mass produced. Price back then was around $160. In today's money, that would be probably around $280 or maybe $300, depending on if you have a manual or automatic version. As far as the sharpness goes, since this was both used, but yeah, still nice and sharp. As far as the pocket clip, let me share it with you here. So this is how much it will be sticking out with that black oxide coated pocket clip. Benchmade USA, of course. A little bit jimping on the top. That is nicely functional, so it will grab your mid of your finger and you are nicely locked in. Overall in really great condition after so many years, so I was really happy to be able to acquire it to my collection and to continue the Tanto collection, of course. Okay, so now let's continue with some size comparisons. So once again, let's put in the venerable design, the 970, long time discontinued, but even this is still available on sites like eBay and forums. And just a couple of days ago, I learned that Benchmade did also produce a super version in automatic configuration. So that was a surprise for me. So they are floating out there. And here is the CQC7 from Emerson Knives. Okay, let's continue with some other knives. So this is the full-size Commander. Let's see some other Benchmades here, the 940. Let's bring out another venerable design, the 710. In my opinion, one of the most iconic tactical knives back in those days, and it is back in the production with a different configuration. So good for them, but yeah, crazy expensive by now because Benchmade knives are really expensive in 2026. Okay, let's continue with the full-size Kryptilian here. As you can see, this is similar if not the same on the small one here. Spyderco Parameter 32. Box Print Pro. See the CVV Elementum. Vosteed Raccoon. Benchmade Bug Out. QSP Penguin. CJRB Pyrite Alt. CRKT Padawan. Nav Cylinder 2. Kaiser Backlighter 2 in Tanto configuration, and canvas micarta. Let's see. Real Steel Knives Griffin Pro. Burger Plus Keyhone 2.0. Knife stock exclusive in micarta. Ace Grant from Giant Mouse. Red Model 1. Let's do a couple more. Spyderco Delica and also Endura. Buck Sovereign. He's also a Sharpie. Rough Rider Peanut. And let's close it down, the K-Bar Dozier Folding Hunter. Okay, so I would like to thank you if you were with me in this excursion to the past in in the 1990s. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm more than happy to reply as soon as I can, of course. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much. Big thumbs up to you. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. Do not miss any future videos. With that being said, wish you a wonderful day. Stay safe. Hope to see you soon. Bye.